All right, everybody. Welcome to the third round, the final day of the 11th annual LoCo Open.
All right. This is the first A-tier at Clark's Run Disc Golf Course in Loudoun County, Virginia.
Yeah, it's a huge shout out to our Patreon supporters making this possible. And of course, to our title sponsor, Bluechip Technologies. I'm Mike Sullivan.
I'm Stephan Evers. Thanks for joining, man.
Yeah, glad to be here with you, man. Talking about Bluechip, there's the famous Bluechip Technologies tent over the mud pit caused by 2 days of torrential downpours that all of our players have suffered through to get to this point.
But Nick Carl staying on top at 7 down. Yeah. Pretty impressive. Yeah,
fourth row lead going into the final round. We'll have to see. Anything can happen on this track.
Got Matt Hammersten right behind him at 4 under. Andrew Fish at 3.
Yep.
And Ari Cacopardo at 3 under as well.
Absolutely. Nick, Massachusetts guy who's now living in Virginia.
Discraft sponsored.
Yep, Discraft sponsored, and one of the guys behind Discura, the new apparel company out there.
Rob Stark as well.
Yeah, Rob Stark as well. Rob, for those of you who don't know, was the ATD here and the CEO of Bluechip Technologies. Matt Hammersten.
New to Prodigy,
but not new to being sponsored. Top 25 at Worlds last year.
And plays this course very well.
Absolutely. I'm not sure he's ever been beaten here.
Be prepared to see a lot of those M2s and M4s.
Yeah, absolutely. Andrew Fitt. Cerebral player. Smart guy.
Woods Golf.
Absolutely. All of those things you associate with Andrew. Expect to see that comment a lot today.
Smooth.
Yeah, absolutely smooth. Ultimate background, obviously. And then Ari.
Yeah, mixed bag.
Yeah, kind of a wild card here, but a great thrower. Huge power for him.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to follow this card, and you're going to see that blackbird all over the place.
It's a smart play on the dangerous greens that this course has. A lot of roll-away potential, and a zero glide disc like that does a lot of good.
Awesome view of this property, man. It's awesome. So, hole number 2, par 3, 363 feet, relatively straight, but a low ceiling, but feels like a good
First on the tee box today, PDGA number 82935, sponsored by Discraft, Mr. Nicholas Carl.
It's Rob, the ATD, and Nick, you got to imagine he's going to get aggressive here because this is averaging basically right at par. And so a 2 here is an important get to start your round.
And I believe this is a nuke. Great looking shot.
Beautiful, right up the middle. Get over that stump.
What are your thoughts on starting on hole 2 versus hole 1?
Personally, from an operational standpoint, I loved it. Gives people a chance to spectate, see a dramatic shot to begin with, and it gives us a lot more room, both for warm-up nets and also for Tournament Central. So I was a huge fan.
And I like finishing on hole 1.
Yeah, hole 1, great score separator.
I believe this is a D2 from Hammer.
Nice and smooth. Hammer, one of the, if not the best disc golf instructor in Virginia. Teacher by trade, but got it turned over there a little bit.
Mr. Andrew Fish.
Andrew Fish. Semi-touring pro. He's had some struggles at times in the first 2 rounds in the rain, but he's sitting here lead card, waiting to slice and dice.
I believe he was starting with an Undertaker. Decides to change it up. And I believe this is a Vulture.
Maybe a wind decision.
Yeah, you can see the wind.
Yeah. Day 3, the wind is back to, I think, the way we normally expect it across that lake. It actually reversed at several points during the storms.
And unfortunately, that was a perfect shot with a really bad
unfortunate kick. Ari power forehand.
Yeah, predominant forehand for sure. And it looks like it's starting right. Hyzer's just a bit too much.
It's all right. He's got something. Clear look. Let's see if he can convert. Hammer's just got to get up and down.
Yeah, that's routine.
Yep, touch forehand. This hole actually had a $5,000 ace bounty on it from Rob Stark and Steve Gans. Hammer got the closest. I think his first throw around 1 buzzed the tower.
This is probably, what, 65-ish feet?
60, 65, yeah. Definitely outer edge of circle 2.
But fish is deadly no matter where he's at.
No doubter. Great way to start your round.
That's awesome.
Looks like they're saying Ari's away.
Damn.
All right, there it is. Doesn't let fish big putt him.
A lot of pressure on Nick right away.
Yeah. Clubhouse leader got to keep up now.
Still outside the circle.
By 35, and
Beautiful.
He didn't doubt it for a second. Walks it right in.
3 out of 4. I mean, it's not the hardest hole, but that's still.
You gotta think you've been playing for 2 days in miserable conditions, and you're gonna only play better. You'd think now, right? Hammer with the 3, so nobody doing any damage to themselves on this hole, and a couple of really good birdies.
Hole number 3, par 4, 528 feet. Just as the drone's flying, it's relatively straight. You don't want to get off the fairway. Yeah.
But tricky off the tee because it looks if you're not super familiar with it like the first shot ought to be a turnover, and that is a mistake. So the forehand unorthodox here.
I think so, but
Let's see.
looks a little overturned.
But stabling up.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Nick is good and I am not. Fish looking like he's doing another second guess of his first disc choice there.
I believe this is a Comet. So this is going to be a little bit more the traditional route, right? Straight.
No, straight shot. Flirting a little too much with that right side.
Yeah. Just overturned.
He's past the worst of the trouble, but it's not quite where you want to be. Ari, power forehander. I'll say that phrase like 100 more times. Yeah, that's
early release.
Yeah, it's sawed off a little bit. I watched his feet to see if maybe he was misjudging the line, but just came out early.
I'm not sure what Matt is throwing here.
Oh,
but it doesn't really matter.
That was a beautiful straight shot that just happened to clip the only thing in its way.
We're just looking to save par at this point.
Gaddy is very handsome.
No comment.
No.
Chipping his way down.
That's tough. This is one of those holes where if you get out of position early, it can pile up on you pretty quick.
Oh, look where Ari is now.
Ari's hopefully not demonstrating that. Let's hope he gets out clean. Nice and low, some good ground action. All right, you can work with that.
It's probably only about 100 feet up the fairway, though. But
Yeah.
great out.
Yeah, there's not much to be done. You got to take what's given to you once you're in that rough.
Get up there.
All right. I couldn't quite see where it finished, but it looked pretty good to me.
Man, Fish looked like he was only a couple of feet off the fairway, but he's...
Yeah, he just landed in this stand here of trees that's sort of on its own. So he's got to do a little bit of body contortion. And, he's got what we'll call a Hippocratic approach to disc golf, which is first do no harm.
Wow, actually
that was a pretty aggressive play, and it paid off. Looks like a pretty easy par save from there.
Ari's third shot.
Yep.
Here's that bird.
This green is not super fast, but you also don't want a lot of ground play there because
No. And we finally get to Nick's drive.
a lot of guardian trees. Yeah. Wow. One of the better drives I've seen on this hole. Second forehand.
That made that look easy.
Crashing in.
Well
Looks like
played.
circle one. Hammersten. I thought he was going to throw it in for a minute. And there's a logo of another local club, the Nova Club, sponsor of this hole.
Probably 75 out.
He's got to look for bird.
Well, he just dropped one from 65, right?
Yeah. Coming over.
He's deadly anywhere.
He gave it what he could.
This is for the par save.
Ari, you dirty dog.
Oh, what a heartbreaker. Settles. All things considered, with a drive that saws off like that, walking off this hole with a bogey, you're not going to feel good about it, but statistically, it's an okay outcome.
Nick getting strokes on the card with the birdie.
Yeah, this hole averaged about a quarter stroke above par. So this was not a birdie or die hole by any means.
Hammer with the bogey putt here as well. And then Fish with the relatively easy par putt.
Yeah. And then, not to get too excited, but we get to the debut of what might be my new favorite par 3 on the course.
Oh, yeah. Oh. It's a bit of a tweener, though. I will admit.
It was here. I want to see some data when it hasn't been pouring 2 days, but you're right. Not a single birdie
Nope.
the first 2 rounds.
Hole number 4, par 3, 427 feet.
And no birdies up, until this point. So we'll have to see if one of these guys can make it happen.
I do love this redesign.
That's great. So this is a new tee and a new basket. So it's an in addition to, not an instead of. You got to start turning over the crest of the hill, but then you can't turn it all the way over. You'll land OB in the stream. So
And
you've
also
got to,
can't hyzer, or else it gets back in the woods.
right, and then you're in jail.
And I was going to say it's a low ceiling shot, but Fish just put it to the that's the roof.
Yeah, that's the absolute roof.
And that's a comet. And he's what's that? 75 feet out.
Maybe not even. The perfect drives that I observed on this hole, or at least the best ones, were about 40 to 45. So just, about 10 feet outside circle 1 to the elevated basket. And that's where it gets tempting, right? Because you've got the field if you get a 2 on this thing.
Oh, yeah.
But you also, elevated baskets can mess with you.
Ari with the berg again.
And
That's just amazing.
Beautiful shot. And there's a lot of incentive to just play for 3 here. Nearly 3.5 average in MPO in the tournament.
Hammer with what I believe is a distortion that he plays for those little forehand up shots. Nice shot. I'm assuming Nick is just laying that up.
Yep.
Take 3 and move on.
Yeah, he's a little farther away than I'd want to be.
Oh, inches.
I like the play though.
So for the weekend, this was a separator hole, but obviously today everybody's just taking the par.
That hammer. And Ari's coming up. Had that gorgeous berg approach. Thing just sat. And then Fish, a little bit of a heartbreaker off the front of the cage.
All right, man, let's take a quick little break.
All right, we'll be right back.
The MVP Black Hole Pro is the best portable basket on the market.
It's easy to transport. You can set it up in under 60 seconds, no problem.
It's perfect for any sort of practice putting. I would recommend it for anyone who needs a portable basket. Hi guys, Ricky Wysocki here. We are starting the Saki Bomb Foundation. The main goal for me is to really give back to the sport, start kids from a young age, and really expose them to the great sport of disc golf that we all love.
All right, welcome back. Hole number 5, par 4, 477 feet.
I love this hole.
I do too. It's 2 placement shots in my mind. You don't need big power. You just have to be in the right spot.
Well, I've birdied it, which tells you don't.
Or accuracy.
Well, you know, it helps that I can kind of, sort of.
You can just see the mud from the previous days there.
Oh yeah, you want to get to top of the hill, slight left, you think, without diving too far.
Yeah, Nick, the shot was almost perfect. If he just would have missed that, that's where you want to be.
And it really is speed control here, because any shot you throw that's going to have huge distance,
unless you're fish,
is more likely than not to get you in trouble. But obviously, fish defying all notions of that.
I've seen some forehand plays take that line really well.
Yeah, he's just a little high. Luckily, does not appear to have a huge roll away.
That's the play.
Looks good. Oh, we niced him.
That is the play, though.
Yeah, absolutely. There are a bunch of throws so far that have looked absolutely perfect out of his hand, and then just kind of clipped something or nailed something on 3.
That was actually the last tree, too.
Yeah, you get tackled by the punter there.
So Nick's a little back, but he's looking right down just the left-hand side of that knotted tree is where you want to be. And
Yeah.
that's perfect.
In the midst of those stumps is really a great place to be set.
A little short, but that's the line.
Yep. Probably not as much ground play as he was hoping for. And that might sound crazy given how much rain we've been talking about, but this course dried out incredibly well between Saturday and Sunday.
Fish is all the way up there.
Oh, no.
That's uncharacteristic.
Yeah, that's...
And it just kicked left is all it did.
I talked to him after Saturday at the players' party, and he was not super pleased with his play. And you could see in his body language there that...
Hammer, too.
Hammer as well. Let's just hope they can kind of get back on the horse.
Yeah, nice touch.
There we go. A little high. Luckily doesn't penetrate past those guardian trees. He's got a nice open look.
Not having anything to do with it.
Yeah. And just fast, too.
This is Nick's birdie putt.
Oh, a little high as well. Just didn't quite dive as much as he hoped. And there's a little air movement here, but there's not significant wind problems usually on this.
Not
hole.
back here in the woods, rarely. Yeah. Ari for the par.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's better than that.
Airballing the putt like a common Sullivan. Sorry, Ari.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it certainly was not. Mine would have hit the tree and then rolled. There we go, fish.
He's disappointed though after that drive.
Yeah, his body line, but you know, it's a par. Pars are good here.
Ari with the bogey.
This is not a course in these conditions where people are shooting double-digit rounds. Pars are good. Pick the bogeys that come.
All right. Hole number 6. Par 3, 228 feet. It's the shortest hole on the course. Definitely a must get.
Yep. Not only short, but short and downhill with a fast little green area.
It is tight. I mean, it's not, the fairway's not wide or forgiving, but
Sort of a classic John Bisco short hole where the basket is right there and then the gap can be cruel and or intimidating.
that's all you got to do right there.
Yep.
Nice shot, Nick.
Perfect. For these guys, you expect an easy 2 here.
Seemed to kind of
Tough
rush
kick.
that too.
Yeah,
But it's hard to tell with Fish. He kind of is like a ready golf player to begin with. So
Yeah, I don't know whether it's ultimate background, wanting, that sort of faster play, or whether he was trying to shake off the last hole by just starting the next one. But that bird
ace run.
buzzing the tower there. Hammer getting down there.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
a
a
lot of
horrible
jump
flare.
there. That was just another one of those where out of his hand it looks great, and then the result is not what you expect.
Interesting to see Hammer even throwing the forehand there. He's got such good touch. I just would have thought that'd be a putter anyway.
Oh no, that's twice for Fish. To bright side shows what we've been saying.
Hammer looks to be just outside.
You can't count any of these guys out on the putting green from anywhere. It's a tough hole.
Easy par.
Easy par.
They're all disappointed though when they're chasing Nick.
This is definitely one where you wanted the birdie. And to have Nick get it and everybody else just sort of have little errors, it's a tough pill to swallow. And if you're thinking ahead in the course, which, you should not do, but if you can't help it, you're thinking right now that you've got 7 to get your tee shot straight before you get to the beast, before you get to hole 8. The only par 5 on the course.
Speaking of, hole number 7, par 3, 297 feet.
This is a great hole.
Yeah, I like it too.
There's OB way to the right. I've never
seen yeah.
anybody get there, but I painted it anyway.
It's a great looking line.
Gorgeous, nice and low, a
That
little
is
bit of a kick,
Literally the last guardian tree.
but got all the way around. Pro tip if you're playing here, to the left of this fairway is well pumped with delicious water.
This has got to be another comment, I would assume. I'm not sure, but
I bring up the water because Andrew Fish, watershed engineer by trade. Ari going backhand. Or with a forehand on 6, and now Ari with a backhand on 7.
what's wrong with these guys? No comment.
That was tough to watch.
This looks great.
Turning. A little bit of a tree assist there.
Some tree love, but
Yeah,
great shot.
down there with a clear look. Ari's got to pull out a little magic here to make this happen.
Man.
Yeah, some people say that they like watching the pros on their difficult wooded courses, watch them hit trees just like they do. It's like Fish unfortunately did there, but I don't like it. It hurts me when I hit trees, and it hurts me to watch other people hit trees.
I want to be inspired.
Wow.
Like that.
That's a pretty inspiring run at that. Near par save after 2 really tough tree hits.
Ari with a circle 2 par save putt. Nope.
He gave it a chance, just not quite enough.
Nick with the birdie look again. Probably 45. Close. So this maybe 40.
Something like that. Yep. The you can see sort of see the blue.
Yeah, it looked like that was about 10 feet in front of him. Nice.
Beautiful.
He needs that. Let's get it going.
That was for those of you who don't know Hammersten. That little like wave with the head nod is like him doing cartwheels. That's he's a very restrained player on the course. Oh, no.
Man. From birdie to bogey.
He's got some throws to give away, but you don't want to do that. You want to keep your foot on the gas. You've got some woods course surgeons on this card with you. A lot of danger
And a lot of holes left.
yeah, a lot of holes left. And Zach Shiley's right in front of these guys, and he's got I think 4 birdies in his last 5 holes at this point.
Interesting look at Fish's routine. If you haven't seen it enough, I know you have, but
His body language is tough right now. I really hope he can find some kind of spark. Ari, tough bogey there.
all right, welcome back. Hole number 8, par 5, 659 feet.
Real monster. OB right in front of the tee. Very sort of generous drop zone if you happen to clip that on the other side of the little OB island in front of you. And you just got to throw straight.
Hammer with the honors.
Having to go first on this hole is a pretty horrible reward for playing 7 so well.
That's a really common play. You'll
Yeah.
see kind of just that little hyzer touch placement shot to get off the tee, and then try to attack the mouth after that.
Got Matt Bolden over there, spotting.
Thank you.
That was a great shot, actually. Oh,
Fish just trying to get in a rhythm here.
so just a little outside.
Forehand.
You can go big forehand on this one.
Yeah, dangerous play, but a lot of reward to be had.
And he just turned that one over a bit too much.
Yeah, it's tough. OB the length of the right side, and the club did a lot of work clearing up this fairway, flattening it, getting rid of the sort of dirt moguls that
my
were in the middle
goodness.
of it. Wow.
Sorry to interrupt you, but that was
No, that was worth interrupting.
fantastic shot.
Really a brilliant second shot after a tough lie off the tee.
And again, this is common, just probably trying to play right to that pinch point or mouth, and if it didn't hyzer out, that would have been great. I know what he was trying to do.
Yeah. Safe.
Speaking of all-star casts, there you got
John
John
Iliff.
Iliff spotting.
John Iliff, long-time LoCo board member and president, and came back from Florida just to volunteer at this event. Nick with a tough tree kick, but looked like a friendly roll. Let's see. Ari's lining up the forehand roller.
To be honest, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all. I mean, it's You can sit there and go, man, I wish it was a little left, but
Yeah.
be out in the middle of the fairway after that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Another one?
Back to back.
Seems right. If it can climb the hill, it'll look good.
Distance is king on this hole. Oh, I mean, it
Yeah.
might not be a straight line, but that's a birdie putt.
He's close to pin high, yeah.
Hammer with the forehand roller.
Yeah.
Did quite a bit, dude.
Yeah.
Forward progress.
Yeah, he's got to step out there, but not a bad place to be. This hole will get anybody.
That's gonna leave Nick with a circle's edge par putt.
Averaging 5.4 on the weekend. You know, just decent number of birdies, but a lot of bogeys and double bogeys as well. There, I think there was a 13 on this one in the MPO. Multiple OB situation.
It was a really nice little step out shot from Fish. Not the greatest
Yeah.
results, but good touch.
Fish had a tough drive, but his next two shots have been pretty good. Really good. Hammer gives it a chance.
That was a birdie, so I mean he's got a pretty easy drop in par. That's nothing to be too upset about on this hole.
Ari, smart play, puts it up on the high side of the basket.
Oh.
Nick avoids the rollaway, which is good. This Fish's birdie putt. And he's probably just inside the circle. Nice birdie. Really great recovery.
Easy par.
Yeah, to have that difficulty off the tee and save birdie here is a really good piece of golf.
That second shot was amazing and aggressive.
Yeah. Well, once you're through that gap, you can be a little more aggressive off the tee, especially where he was. The three trees in the middle weren't as in the way as they often are either.
It's true. Hole number 9, par 4, 429 feet.
It's kind of a soft four, averaging 3.6, 3.7.
Again, 2 placement shots, just right over the road, either straight with a little bit of hyzer for the right-hand backhand. It's that tree and it's perfect. Yeah, it's
That's where you want it.
perfect.
Top of the hill past the road. That's honestly like a step putt and then a tap in for birdie.
Yeah. It's probably, I was gonna say it's a little too much hyzer. That's gonna cost him.
Yeah, he's not.
There is OB over there. He didn't get it, but that's.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Actually, that's a great kick.
I mean, it's a great kick. Lost a little distance.
Smooth there.
Yep.
Also perfect.
Great shots. Nick and Fish. Hammer's got a little work to do.
Oh wow! Wow,
Yeah.
it was a great shot. And yeah, this is all going to be pretty routine for Nick, Fish, and Ari.
A little short. A little shorter than he wanted, at least. See that ultimate pass from Fish.
Easy birdie for Ari
Yeah.
and Fish. And an easy par for Hammer.
Yeah.
Great recovery from
Nick
that
a little
drive.
closer than I thought he was.
Oh
There
man,
it
that was
is.
confident. That was good.
Yep. doesn't let back-to-back bogeys get to him. Squeaks out the bird here.
So,
Hammer with a huge par save, that second shot. Really just cannot overstate what a big shot that was in terms of making sure he can stop the bleeding.
all right, hole number 10, par 3, 259 feet.
Last hole of our front nine.
Yes, sir. Lots of OB.
John Biscoe, the course designer, has called this one of the best par 3s in Virginia, and I think he's right.
I love it. It's ace runs. There's OBs. There's just,
This is the only forced drop zone on the course. If you land OB, you must go to the drop zone, which is essentially a 45-ish foot putt.
fish nice and safe. Look, he kind of maybe got a little lucky sneaking through that right side. My goodness. Ari and this bird, man. He's got such great touch with this thing. It's perfect.
Yeah. Saw the green flag there. The spotter's Amanda Bolden here. Her husband Matthew was on the job.
Yeah. Sometimes that kind of hyzered shot is a little the safe shot.
I doubt that Nick thought it was going to resist the turn that much. I think he probably thought he was going to get a little more rightward movement out of that.
And they look to be going a putter, I think.
Yep.
And looks like he's following Nick.
Yep.
Oh, that
Right over there
through.
together.
Yeah.
Um,
Those are still circle edge putts. See how much water they have in the background.
putting at danger, that's for sure.
Oh, so close.
Can afford to get a little aggressive. Nick's got the OB behind the basket.
Nice.
Without a second thought, it looked like. Though when you're in the moment, 10,000 things rush through your head. And Hammer, substantially similar shot to Nick. And a beautiful putt. Great birdie. I'm just glad you can't see the pizza box from the comically oversized Strombolis I purchased for the spotters.
Ari with the one making it look easy.
Yeah, Ari makes it look like no big deal. All right, that's the front nine. Stephan, should we do the back nine too?
Let's do this, man.
All right, I'm excited for it.
Nicholas Carl still holding it down. In fact, gaining strokes on the card.
Yeah, chasing those Zach Schuyler.
Can't wait to see what happens on the back nine. Well, thanks again to Gatekeeper Media for the amazing coverage, and thank you to all the Gatekeeper Media Patreon sponsors. This wouldn't be possible without them. Don't see your name on that list? Well, you can make a change. Patreon.com/Gatekeeper Media. Starting at just $1 a month, and you can support the tour. Do it, man.
Do it now.
You know the drill. Like it, subscribe to it, share it with a friend. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you on the back nine.
See you there.